Good morning and welcome to Mornings on Main Street for this Friday, the 10th of November. I'm your host, Stefanie Miller. Thanks for joining us. And it's lucky that you did today. We have some fantastic information from Montgomery County Trustee, Kimberly Wiggins. We are talking property tax relief and other tax information. That segment's coming up for you in a few minutes. After that, it is cybersecurity part 2. Ways to keep your financial information safe. We have that segment for you this morning as well. But first, before anything else, we want to highlight stories that you'll find at our website, mainstreetmediatn.com. Here is a look at the rendering of Murfreesboro's future transit center at 324 New Salem Highway. City officials hope to open the $17.1 million facility by 2025. Read more about the funding and about what the center will house by going to our website and clicking on the Murfreesboro Post. Danielle Whitworth Barnes is the next president and CEO of the Girl Scouts in Middle Tennessee. Barnes previously served as an executive director for Ernst & Young, LLC, leading the U.S. Human Services practice for the firm. She is scheduled to begin her new role on December 1st. Learn more at our website, mainstreetmediatn.com. 53,000 families served with food baskets, over 18,000 children served, and 1.9 million pounds of food distributed. Manna Cafe Ministries held its annual Golden Gala at the Wilma Rudolph Event Center recently. CEO Vicki York shared the numbers with those who attended. She also talked about the work being done to carry on the works of her late husband, founder Kenny York. Read more about the night and Manna Cafe Ministries at Main Street, Clarksville. Now let's get a check of our forecast with the team at Tennessee Valley Weather.
From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is your weather today.
Good Friday morning to you. I'm Kelly Rawson here in the Tennessee Valley Weather Center. We still have cloud cover in the area along with a few spotty showers for this morning. Temperatures starting off in the upper 40s to lower 50s eventually. Maybe a few breaks in the clouds by midday, and then heading into sunset, those clouds will get on out of here. Temperatures only topping out in the upper 50s for this afternoon. Winds out of the north keeping us cooler and going to cool us off into the weekend. Maybe a little bit breezy out there as those showers come to an end. Heading into your Friday evening, those clouds start to break up around southern middle Tennessee. Temperatures will fall into the 40s overnight, and your Saturday should be mainly dry. However, we do have a few showers possible on a Sunday, with temperatures only getting up into the lower 60s both Saturday and a Sunday. Again, if you have any outdoor plans, Saturday's the best day to do it. Sunday has a few rain showers in the forecast, and then we are dry for much of next week until we get to Thursday as we gradually warm back into the mid-60s.
At Chapels, we pride ourselves on offering a wide variety of the freshest fruits and vegetables, handpicked just for you. We have a wide selection of the freshest, highest quality meats that will leave your taste buds craving more. Our friendly staff is always ready to lend a helping hand. We believe in treating every customer like family because at Chapels, your family is our family. We've been locally owned and operated for over 60 years. You can visit any of our Chapels locations in Dixon, White Bluff, McEwen, and Centerville.
At Implant and General Dentistry, we're proud to offer dental care you can trust. Our team, led by Dr. Andrew Flips, is dedicated to serving our community with the highest quality of care. We offer comprehensive dental exams, cleanings, whitening, and more. With our compassionate and experienced team, you'll be able to smile with confidence. Come experience the difference for yourself. Call us today to schedule an appointment or visit our website to learn more.
At Fred's Flooring, we're your source for quality flooring options. Our extensive experience and knowledge in the industry means we have the expertise to get the job done right. From carpet to tile, hardwood to laminate, and luxury vinyl, we have everything you need to find the perfect floor for your home. As the Main Street Award Favorite Floor Store winner for 2023, we know what it takes to satisfy our customers. And with our convenient financing options, you can get your dream floors now and pay over time. Visit fredsfloors.com or call us today.
He shoots, and he scores!
no better time than now to start thinking about taxes. Today, that is something we're touching on, tax relief for veterans. To help us do this, to walk us through what we need to know, what you need to know as a veteran or a spouse, we have Kimberly Wiggins, who is the Montgomery County Trustee. Thank you, Kimberly, for your time.
Thank you for having us.
This is a passion for you. This is what you do day in and day out. What is the first thing that veterans need to know about tax relief?
We are now accepting applications Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 4:30. It is only 2 sheets of paper. If your driver's license has your current address, that's all we need. You come down to our office, you sign an application that says, I am Kimberly Wiggins. I live at this address. I have not received tax relief anywhere else. And then you sign a form. We call it an F-16. We love numbers in the military and the government. And you'll sign a form that says the state can ask the VA to prove that you're honorably discharged. Mm-hmm. You have some permanent and total disability. And from there, that's how you're on the program.
Why don't, I guess, more veterans come in to take, advantage of the tax relief that's there for them already?
That is my Achilles heel. As you know, we have almost 34,000 veterans in our community. Mm-hmm. And those are the ones who decide to live here, stay here, play here, retire here. I think it's, as much as we're getting the word out, it's still continuing to do things like this to talk to you who mm-hmm. care. You're like, how do we help our veterans? Mm-hmm. It's getting the word out. The second thing, I think some of our veterans strongly believe, I served my country. I'm not due this benefit. Why should I do that? There's somebody else who deserves it. And that's no farther from the truth, because there's an allocation, an appropriation waiting. Mm-hmm. In Tennessee, we have an appropriation of $43 million a year for all 95 counties. And in our county, we are the largest mm-hmm. when it comes to veterans tax relief and otherwise, because we have 2 other programs. But they just think maybe it's complicated. Mm-hmm. There used to be a time there was a myth that said you had to be 100% permanent and total. That was it. And that's not the case anymore. You can have some service-connected disability that's permanent and total.
Okay.
And if you've ever seen VA math, and I know you have, we love our VA.
Yes, you do.
And you see that someone is 3,000% disabled, yet their total overall rating may be 70%. Don't worry about any of that. 5 minutes at the trustee's office. And the difference, maybe they don't know how much the benefit is. This year, the benefit from the state is $818. That's for all 95 counties.
Okay.
And so up to that amount. So if your taxes are $799, that's how much it will cover. If your taxes are $1,000, it will relieve you of the $818.
And a little bit helps. I mean, a little bit goes a long way this day and age.
Absolutely. Any
other changes that have been made or things that have been updated?
Well, spouses, the surviving spouse, mm-hmm. if and when the veteran passes away, the surviving spouse can remain on the program as long as they live and as long as they don't remarry. They can move to a smaller house, a bigger house. Life changes. Right. We need different things as far as our accommodations. Mm-hmm. But the surviving spouse can remain on that program.
So again, if you're out there and you're seeing this and you know of a veteran, who would like information, is it okay to say, go to your trustee's office, go Absolutely. And ask them? That's what they're there for.
Yes. And you bring up a very important component. Of course, ratings happen every day, all year long. Mm-hmm. For us, we opened up the time frame to apply earlier this year. Normally it's November. Okay. We started accepting applications on September 15th. I'm so excited. And that was born out of people walking in our office throughout the summer mm-hmm. when they received a new rating. And they would say, we used to say, well, come back in November when we take applications. And we thought, maybe that's their disability. Maybe they won't remember to come back.
Right.
We started a list maybe mid-July until mid-September. We had 366 people on that list.
Wow.
Let me tell you, when our tax roll was given to us early by our assessor in August, and we were able to call more people and get them in early, my heart was so happy, because the first time it can take up to a year. Mm-hmm. Because what happens at the VA, on the VA side, we send the form, it's administered by our office. Mm-hmm. It is a program that's overseen by the state. Mm-hmm. The state sends it to, let's say Stefanie Miller is our VA connection. Mm-hmm. Stefanie Miller has her day job and this job. Mm-hmm. So Stefanie's working through the files to make sure we get the approvals. So it makes it a little timely, not timely, it adds a little time to it. The other side is at the state level in the comptroller's office, there's about 9 people who are working these files for 95 counties. So that's why we always tell them, you can call the state, but call us because we're your advocate. We're going to make sure that if there's anything missing, wrong, any updates, we will check to make sure that that's taken care of because they're my veterans in my community.
Right, right. And again, though it seems like a long time, you have to get that ball rolling at some point.
Absolutely.
To get to the end point, to be able to get that money. Talk to, the other individuals that work in a trustee's office who are, again, getting these questions day in and day out for such a long period of time.
Yeah.
It can get exhausting. How do you keep the energy up in your office and keep them, positive and encouraged to continue helping the veterans that come in?
So it helps that we're a very patriotic city and county. And so most of the people in the office, including me, are married to retired veterans. So that's helpful because we understand the lifestyle. We also understand that because our veterans have had to fight so much, sometimes they come in with a fight mentality and we're like, oh, no, you're my veteran. I'm happy to do this. But to your point, you answer the same questions. Again, we're the largest program. Right. Everybody in our office, hands-on, it takes care of our applications and our questions. But there's times when I say, don't answer the phones. There's 3 of us who will answer the phones on your behalf. If you are fatigued and you just had 20 applications in a day, because they are easy to accept from veterans and their widows, you may need to go to the back to process some of your applications. So I want to protect what the customer service level that I expect, but I also want to have to protect my team to make sure when you just had a bad day yourself, because life happens, I want to make sure we give grace. And it goes both ways.
Right. Anything else with your office, with the trustee's office, when it comes to taxes that we need to know before we end this year, 2023?
Please let me know if you need more information. I'm happy to speak to a group of 1, 2, 5, 100. We've spoken to realtors because we know everybody goes to a realtor, right?
Yes. Yep.
Realtors know all the things. And so making sure that whether it's your civic organization, your church organization, our military affiliations, I'm happy to talk because I think, again, there's this sometimes government can be scary, and we have worked so hard to break down that barrier where it's a welcoming place. And also, we're helping other people. So we do have tax relief for people over 65. We have tax relief for homeowners at any age who are disabled as per the Social Security Administration. So you can be 15 and the house is deeded to you and you're disabled, you can be on the program. And we also have tax freeze. That is a huge benefit to our taxpayers over 65. This year, if their income is $42,890 or less, we can freeze their taxes. So we know next year we have a reappraisal year reevaluation. Your value can go up, but you're frozen. Next year, here's some really good news, hot off the press. The state legislation had approved that if the county commission chooses, they can raise the income limit to $60,000. That is a huge game changer.
Why is that?
Because a lot of the people who retire, we think about teachers, you think about educational assistants, nurses. A lot of our retirees, they receive a COLA along with the COLA we receive for tax freeze. $42,890 sounds like a lot of money until you're a retired teacher and you're at 43, 44. So it's going to help a lot of people who are retired, who have worked so hard to earn a pension, including our folks who we do have the poor amongst us. We have people who make $9,000 a year. They're our neighbors and friends, so we're happy to administer it. And not every county has tax freeze. Only 23 counties in the state of Tennessee have tax freeze.
Is that easy to look up for those who are seeing this to see where they are in this? Okay.
Yes, it is. I have it on my website. They can look it up there at Montgomery County Trustee and look up tax relief. The other component is at $60,000. That will start next year. Okay. People come in, they bring in their income, it's less than 60 or at 60, and now they can freeze their taxes, and now they can stay in their homes. We don't want to outprice people from their homes. So I'm excited about that.
I'm excited to hear that. And like you said, you just don't know how someone else is living and the income they have coming in and what is that saying my mother used to say? You're robbing Peter to pay Paul to keep a roof over your head and food on the table. So that is huge. Thank you for sharing that with us.
You're welcome. My last piece of information that is COVID did some bad things, but it did some good things. It made us get creative. The city of Clarksville, starting December 5th, they send someone to our office because we're 2 governments and you have 2 vouchers if you live in the city. So the city comes to our office on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 8. We go to Gas and Water on Cunningham Lane on Tuesdays and Thursdays. What happens is less of a hardship for our elderly and disabled to get into those government buildings. You wouldn't believe how people are like, wait a minute, the city's here today? My voucher's in the car, I was going downtown. So that's a huge convenience that we started in 2000 and we have not. Mayor Pitts is like, we're not getting rid of this, are we? We are not getting rid of it. And people love it. So we're excited. December 5th through the last week of February. And we have the signs up in our offices, the city, county, and on our website. We're happy that we'll partner again for the fourth year almost. Yeah.
Fantastic. And all of this information, I'm sure, is on your website.
Yes, ma'am.
Fantastic. I hope every county has a Kimberly Wiggins or someone like you with your heart. Thank you for the information. Thank you for your time. And with this segment, please share it. Make sure your loved ones, your people in your circle have this information. Kimberly Wiggins, the Montgomery County Trustee, we appreciate you.
Thank you, Stephanie.
Anytime. Stick with us right here on Mornings on Main Street. We'll be right back.
Smiles. These are the healthy smiles of real Delta Dental members. Folks with access to the nation's largest network of dentists and low deductible plans with 100% preventive care coverage, all backed by over 65 years of expertise. Go online or give us a call to learn about affordable individual plans that meet your needs. 1-855-844-0445.
When it comes to insurance, you want a name you can trust. Wendy Danielle Stack is here to help. With over 7 years of experience, Danielle and her team are here to assist you in finding the right coverage for all of your needs. From auto and home to life and business insurance, we have customized options for everyone. We'll work with you to create a personalized plan that protects everything in your life that matters most. Call today and see for yourself why Danielle Stack is the go-to insurance agent in Clarksville.
The first time I ever went out for Thanksgiving, I just went, oh my gosh, it was a life changer for me. And they have got a Thanksgiving feast prepared for you here at the Omni. But you're going to have to make reservations. And to talk more about it, we have head chef Jonathan Welch, who joins us today. Hi, Jonathan.
Hey, how you doing? Thanks for having me. Thanksgiving is our Super Bowl. That's the biggest day of the year for our restaurant, besides maybe Mother's Day and Easter, where we do a very similar brunch buffet. But we're really excited. We get a lot of locals, and we really want this to be a thing about Nashville. Absolutely any guests in the hotel are welcome, but we want to get as many folks that live here to come see what we do.
Don't forget, make your reservation right now. If you can get one, you better make it right now. Anywhere from 9 in the morning until 3 in the afternoon, get that reservation in for Kitchen Notes at Omni Nashville.
Welcome back to Mornings on Main Street. On this wonderful Financial Friday, we are revisiting a topic that we touched on 2 weeks ago, cybersecurity tips. We have back with us Eric Carrender, Ascend FCU Information Security Manager. Eric, great to see you again.
Thanks for having me again.
Of course. And we're just going to pick back up where we left off. So my first question for you today is, what, if any, essential cybersecurity practices should we follow to keep our financial information secure online?
Absolutely. So mainly you want to make sure that all of your passwords are unique and that they're strong passwords. So you can make sure that you set those using numbers, letters, upper and lowercase. Also want to enable your two-factor authentication. That's going to give you a text message to give you an extra layer of protection. Also, all of the computers that you use, you want to make sure that those are updated regularly. Okay. We want to keep the software updated and any security vulnerabilities patched. And then the last thing I would mention is to review all the financial statements from your bank regularly. Log in and make sure that there's no suspicious activity and report that immediately if there is.
I have to chuckle a little bit. There are some times when I'm logging into something, they're like, well, we're going to send a code to your email. And I'm like, oh, come on. Like, with me, but it's for a good reason.
Exactly. So that basically just gives the criminals an extra hurdle to break into your account, because they'll have to actually have access to your phone or as well.
Well, let's talk about these passwords. 1, 2, 3, 4 exclamation point, not good enough. What should we, or how can we create those strong and secure passwords for the online accounts? And should we, for each account that we have, should we vary up that password?
Absolutely. So keeping the password unique is important, because if a criminal does get a hold of it, then they'll only get access to one of your accounts as opposed to, multiple. So keeping the passwords complex, as well as mixing the letters, numbers, capital, special characters, and stay away from things that can be guessed easily. Birthdays, social security numbers, addresses, phone numbers. And then the last tip that I can give is it's very hard to remember all of these passwords. So you might want to get a password manager that you can use to manage all those and just have the one password that you remember.
Got it. I just wonder how many people out there are like me right now where I'm like, oh, I need to go and just maybe update everything right now.
Exactly.
All right. Is there any software that we could use that would help protect against those cyber threats?
Absolutely. So you want to make sure that the device that you're accessing your banking from has updated antivirus and anti-malware software. You typically, if you're in a business, you want to make sure you're behind a firewall. Another option is to use a VPN to keep yourself a little more private on the web and less trackable to others. And then, like I mentioned, just keeping that software that you're using, whether it's a mobile device or a computer, patched and up to date with all the security updates and features that the manufacturer can provide.
Great tip right there. I know we kind of touched on this the last time, 2 weeks ago, you guys, but do you have advice, once again, for those individuals who suspect that their financial data has been taken, compromised in any way?
Absolutely. So the first thing you want to do is make sure that your password is immediately changed to something unique, and you have your two-factor authentication enabled. Past that, you report that immediately to your bank and make sure that they can employ or we can employ all those measures to pull back any funds, to report the fraud, and just get your finances back in order.
And I'm curious, just number-wise from you, how often you hear about something like this happening or someone finding themselves in this position?
So this is a very common issue, and there's all different ways that it surfaces. So I would say we deal with that pretty frequently, especially on thwarting the attacks. We have systems in place that are constantly monitoring and working against the criminals.
How does, last question for you this morning, because I know you're busy, you need to get on your way, but how does Ascend help those people coming into their establishments? What do you guys offer?
So we do offer a secure mobile app for all your banking needs. You can also sign up for credit monitoring through us. So we'll monitor all of your credit, and any new inquiries or things that pop up on that will be confirmed. We can also set limits on your cards to limit any sort of fraudulent activity, and we offer tons of training, education, and support to make sure that you have all the tools you need to keep your funds safe.
Well, thank you. I think you've equipped us this morning with some tools during this interview. So thank you, Eric Carrender, Ascend FCU Information Security Manager. Take some of this information to heart, you guys, and talk to maybe the teens, that you have, or, maybe some of the seniors in your life, to make sure that they're aware that, scams are out there. People are out there trying to get your information and your hard-earned money. So be sure to share this with those that you love. Stick with us here on Mornings on Main Street. We'll be right back.
This holiday season, the largest lantern festival in the country returns to Nashville Zoo. Witness more than 1,000 handcrafted Chinese lanterns featuring brand new designs, including towering mythical beasts, a life-sized Santa's workshop, and a 100-foot-long dragon. Welcome back to Zoolumination at Nashville Zoo. Bigger, brighter, and better than ever.
Sherry's Hope is dedicated to sharing the hope of Christ, protecting the health of our community, and supporting those who are fighting cancer. You can be a champion of hope this season. When you give monthly to Sherry's Hope, you help meet the needs of families in our community as they are battling cancer. Your monthly gift of $10 or more gives hope all year. Together, we can make a difference.
At Area 51 Tech Solutions, our team specializes in servicing and repairing major brands of electronics, including computers, tablets, cell phones, HD TVs, and gaming consoles.
Area 51 has been our go-to place for all our tech repair needs for years. You name it, they can fix it. Trust the kid who broke it. Give them a call today at 615-379-8113.
This Christmas, Give a Little Nashville needs your help to bring joy to children in need. We'll be hosting toy drives during the holiday season, so please donate toys for kids of all ages. On December 3rd, join us for our Cocktails with Santa red carpet event, where you can mingle with other supporters and enjoy festive drinks and food. Together, we can make a difference in our community this holiday season. Visit givealittle.nashville.com or find us on Facebook to learn more and register today.
Welcome back. As always, thanks so much for joining us here at Mornings on Main Street. I do hope you were able to take away some valuable information this morning. One last thing to share with you that is happening this weekend as a Veterans Day celebration. It is the Operation Song at the Country Music Hall of Fame in Nashville. This event is happening Saturday, tomorrow, from 2 to 3 in the afternoon. Again, that is Operation Song at the Country Music Hall of Fame. Have a great rest of your Friday. We look forward to seeing you back here on Monday morning.
Beginning January 1, Delta Dental of Tennessee is introducing enhanced benefits for persons with intellectual and developmental disabilities.
It'll include extra cleaning times for people with special needs, extra time for exams. More importantly, we will create a training program that any dentist office in the state can go online and pick that up.
At Delta Dental, we believe that the quality of oral health care should be accessible and inclusive for all.
I'm so excited about this new show.
Dino Trek is back again this year. It's bigger than we've ever had it before.
When they're about 5 months old, we'll start seeing them sticking their head out of the pouch, or you might see a foot come out or a tail.
It's like an Airbnb for Joey's. Now, you're not going to see all three of them together because cats in general don't get along unless it's time to get along, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Lions and tigers and bears.
Oh, my.
Well, we're 2/3 of the way there. It's animals, nature, and fun. That's what we're all about. But during that time, we hope that you also learn something, that you're inspired to want to learn something.
What's new at the zoo with Jim Bartu.
Catch At the Zoo exclusively on Main Street Media TV. Check our on-screen TV guide for days and times.